What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dilly TV here, guys, and today we're gonna be talking about the best build to make before season 6 starts. I'm telling you guys, the way the game is evolving and the way that people are figuring out badges and stuff, guys, I figured I'd make the best well-rounded build for you guys. It has some holes, but what build doesn't? But all around, I think it's the best build for offense and for defense leading into season 6. So before season 6 starts, let's make this build and let's dive right into it. So as you guys know, it's going to be a glitch build. So rather than talk through the whole thing for you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it right here on the screen, or that way right there. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to show you guys how you guys need to do it. It's 5 steps, but if you guys don't want to hear me talk about it, then that's fine. Just copy what I have right here, guys. The 5 steps, and on the 5th step, I'm going to show you guys how I make the build from there. So let's go ahead and pause the video if you guys need to, and then let's jump right into that. Alright guys, so now that you guys have done all 5 steps, here we are on how I would make it. On that 5th step, guys, when you come here, right, you're at that 5th and final step at 6'7", 180 pounds. The wingspan, it's completely optional. If you want to be at pure 100% lockdown, max out the wingspan, like all the way out as possible it can go. You have a 79 3 ball, but with like the arm sleeve that you can get for a 3-pointer, you have 80, which will make you shoot consistently. You lose some badges, but defensively you're unstoppable. That's one of the positives. For me, I wanted a few certain badges at gold, and to be able to do that, I had to have my wingspan at 6'9". 6'10 gives me mostly everything, but there's just one badge that's not at gold that I'm missing at 6'10 wingspan. So I went ahead with 6'9 on the wingspan, guys, and here is the build right here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about it for a second. As you guys can see, my close shot is a 62. You guys can't see it, but my camera's in the way, so I do apologize. My driving layup's at a 71. My driving dunks at an 84. 84 gives me the contact dunks that I need, the pro contact dunks. Shooting, 83 mid-range, 83 three-pointer, and an 83 free throw. The reason why I made the arms wingspan is at 6'9", guys, is simply put, you need an 88 3 ball to get blinders on gold. So the badges that I'm gonna talk about, guys, that are OP right now is blinders, circus threes, right now, sniper, and stop and pop. Those are probably your top 4 badges that you'll want heading into season 6, excuse me. The reason being is that fades are OP right now. Right now, 2K is not going to fix fades, and having those right there, guys, I'm telling you right now, those are some of the most unstoppable badges. When you're fading, blinders kicks in, circus threes kicks in. You know, a lot of these badges kick in, and then if it's slightly early or slightly late, that's where sniper kicks in. So it's definitely something that you guys want to think about. How you use stop and pop, it's pretty simple, guys. When you're dribbling around, just let go of L2 or R2, excuse me, let go of R2 when you're using your turbo, and it just stops you a lot faster, and it makes you able to hit those shots. So that's why I went with an 88 3 ball. That's literally the wingspan is at 6'9". If you don't want blinders at gold and you think you can do it fine with at silver, then go 6'9 or 6'10 or higher, guys. I just feel like I want that if I'm going to be playing park or being the shooting guard in the recreation center. That's what this build is made for. It's made to be the point guard in rec, or not rec, excuse me, but in park. It's literally supposed to be the point guard. It can dribble, it can do everything like that. You know, anything you need to do, you can dunk, you can drive, you can play defense. You're relatively fast. It's one of the best things to do. Now, it is at small forward, so remember that. So when you play the rec, you got to know well at hand that you're playing your position. The spot up shooting guard, or you're a corner guy. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be playing point guard with this. You'll probably have one of those Isaiah Thomas builds, the 5'7" to 5'10" point guards that are going to run around, do a bunch of zigzags, and shoot. This build can shoot, as you guys can see, it has the limitless spot up on gold, so you can shoot from deep with this build. Like, if you're one of those guys that's going to sit the hash and be able to take the shot, definitely go for it. I would definitely do that. Make sure you have catch and shoot, you have dead eye, you have corner specialist, blinders, all that stuff that's good for a spot up. And then if your point guard gets tired, you can definitely handle the ball, as you guys can see right here. We do have a 74 ball handle, unlocks some cool things like hyperdrive, tight handles, unpluckable, quick first step. Those are the things, space creator. Those are some of the best badges. I don't really use ankle breaker because I'm not somebody that combos up 900 times. Quick chains is one of those badges that you have to be 6'6" or lower. So with this build, like I said, you're the primary ball handler, excuse me, in park, which allows you to do, you know, the Scottie Pippen behind the back, you know, all those fun dribble moves that you need for 75 and above. Just having gold hyperdrive, that's why you want 84 ball handle, because if you go below, you're gonna drop your hyperdrive down to silver. So stop and pop, one of the best badges you're going to need for your playmaking badges with this build. So I'm going to show you guys what I would equip without the 9 badges, because, you know, if you hit level 39 and all, you know, and you got rebirth, so you get the +5 for college, and then, you know, your +4 for the past few seasons. Actually, it's 10 now, right? Yeah, it's 10 now, so you have a +1 from season 5. So all in all, you get +1 from each, and then you're able to equip those badges. So if you're going to equip it on anything, playmaking and shooting is definitely the way to go with this build. Now, heading down to the defense, as you guys can see, we got some pretty cool things. We have a 93 perimeter defense, which allows us to move and be able to, you know, get and stay in front of our opponent. We get clamps on gold, so that's definitely a positive. Steals at a 90, gives you a Hall of Fame interceptor, which is one of the most overpowered badges when you're playing lanes. And then, of course, I have a 70 block just to make sure I get chased down on silver and intimidator. Those are one of the 2 badges that you need. And then, of course, I have the rebound chaser at 78, just as high as it can go, so I can help with boards in park. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to be getting boards in rec. I'm going to be definitely taking off as soon as they miss a shot to be in position to do a catch and shoot. As far as the physicals go, I went down 2 on the speed. You'll know you've done this right when you have 88 speed. I just went down to 86 speed, which allowed me to get more ball handling and free throw. And then I put 72 pass accuracy just so I could have 25 playmaking. That's literally it. You could go with 70, but 72 just allows me to get 1 more playmaking. Literally all I did. 75 vertical, since you don't have a 92 driving dunk, there's no need to go above 75 because 80 is what you need for the 92 driving. And then, of course, I maxed out my stamina at 91, and then with Gym Rat, I'll have a speed of 90, acceleration of 90, my vert will be a 79, and then my stamina will be a 95. So all in all, this is a really, really well-rounded build, one of the best well-rounded builds. You're tall, you're fast, and you have the right wingspan to be able to do stuff offensively. So this is what I would say would be the best well-rounded build in NBA 2K22 heading into Season 6. Now, with this build, as you could choose whatever takeovers you want. You get 4 takeovers that you could choose. You could choose the lockdown takes, the play takes, the shooting takes, and the creator takes. I like to do pull-up precision just if I'm going to be doing shots off the dribble, like you said, the step backs, the pull-ups, everything, the fades. Pull-up precision is going to be your best bet. You can do negative impact if you want, but then limitless 3s as well. If you're in the park, limitless 3 is going to be your best bet. If you're in rec, spot up's probably going to be your best bet for your shooting takeovers. But if you're playing rec, you probably want this to be your first badge right here, definitely to be the lockdown. So it's completely optional. This is if you're like feeling funny and you want to help your teammates out, go for this by all means. But these are the 2 that I would choose. And ladies and gentlemen, you've made none other than a 2-way shot creator. It's probably one of the best builds in NBA 2K22 heading into Season 6. So hurry up, make it before they eventually do fix the glitch patch and you can't do it anymore. Make this build. It's really, really solid. Is it the best one? Probably not. The point guard is probably, the 5'10 is probably going to be the most offensively overpowered one. And then the 6'7 with max wingspan is probably going to be your best bet for lock. But if you're wanting that in between where you're like, I don't want to be too short, but I don't want to give up my shooting for defense, this 2-way shot creator is probably your best bet at small forward, guys. So what would you guys want to do is have limitless takeoff, literally finisher, and posterizer. Those are the top 3 badges that you want in this build. Now you could go strippable. Unstrippable is probably what I would recommend. You're gonna do a lot of spin arounds like I do. I like to do acrobat, and I like to do fearless finisher. Probably the best 2 if you like to do Dwayne Wade style of gameplay, which is what I like to do a lot, honestly. So it's completely optional. I would probably put 2 more on finishing for myself. Again, you don't have to do that with your plus badges, the +1 badges, everything like that, and the college +5. You don't have to do that. That's just what I would do. Heading over to shooting, you have a lot. Like I said, blinders is definitely the move. Hot zone, sniper, stop and pop, limitless 3 if you're going to be playing rec. If you're not going to be playing rec, circus 3s is definitely right there. Now, here's where you have that kind of whatever you want to do with it badges, right? You have 5 badges left over. I'm going to go ahead and do corner. I'm going to do catch and shoot both on silver. That's probably what I would do if I didn't have the extra badges. If I had the extra badges, I would definitely slap on limitless as much as I can. So since I have 1, I probably would need to put 3 more on shooting. And then, of course, I would definitely put Deadeye on as well if I could. So maybe Deadeye on bronze or something like that. It's completely optional. But you could possibly put 4 here to shooting to save yourself. If you don't want corner specialist, you're like, I'm not going to be shooting in the corner. I like to catch and shoot a lot. You could definitely switch that, put that to gold. And then you could put the rest of it onto limitless, which means you would have to put 3 on limitless Spada. If you're in the rec center, this is the ideal way to go. Literally the ideal way to go is to have limitless on gold. Completely optional. It's completely up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do. Remember, these builds are customizable to your liking, but I would probably throw 2 on finishing, 3 to 4 on shooting. That's just how I would do. And then, of course, playmaking, you have 25. Bullet Passer, Hyperdrive, Quick First Step, Stop and Go, Unpluckable, Space Creator is a badge that I'm loving, and then I would definitely put, I put Space Creator on Silver, and then I would definitely put Handle for Days on Gold, which means you would have to put at least one more on Playmaking. But you definitely want Glue Hands, so I'd probably say put 2 or 3 more on Playmaking, and then get Glue Hands up to Silver at minimum. Silver at minimum, and you're fine. That's definitely what I would recommend. So you probably have to need, what, 3 more on Playmaking. So 3 and 3 is 6, plus the 2 finishing is 8. So you have a little bit more wiggle room with 1 or 2 more badge points that you get from getting to level 39 each season. So you have a little bit more wiggle room, however you want to put it. This is just how I do it. Like, again, you guys can do it however you want. I know that there's better builds, but with this build, you have to do a little bit of give and take, and that's what I would do with Playmaking. Heading over to defense, it's pretty simple. Most people would know that it's pretty simple. You want Clamps, Intimidate or Interceptor, Intimidator on Bronze, Rebounder on Bronze, and then from here, I like to do Pickpocket, Menace, and then I like to do Hustler on Silver at least. And then with the final 2 badges, you can do whatever you want. You can do Chase Down, and Rim Protector is probably what I would recommend. But you shouldn't be at the rim 90% of the time. You should let your big man do that in the rec. But if you're in the park, there's nothing wrong with this. And then if you didn't want to do that, if you wanted to add something else, I'd probably say add on Ball Stripper. Again, this is completely customizable to how you guys want to do it. It's completely up to you. This is probably the setup that I would run. Like I said, myself, moi, how I would run the build. So hopefully you guys like this video. Like I said, this is the badge spread. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. The more likes, the more recommendation, the more we get pushed out, the more I can do this as a full-time job. This is your boy Dilly TV, and I'm out.
Here's Luka. Gets it away. It's gone! A Doncic dagger!